It's this guy. I don't know nothing about the NFL nowadays. I don't play video games no more. For a while, I was playing. Well, that was 10 years ago. When PS4 came out. Madden, and some of us, Madden go back to the '80s, Nintendo, whatever, or Tecmo Bowl, then Madden. But and yeah, like I said, I didn't know what game stalking was, but it was 2014. But I would play online, and they would have. I'm like, how can they do that? I really couldn't not really. I understood. That's why I let it go. I understood we had the capability, technology. I meant like, how is this happening? Like, I'm ex-military. It's like, how is this? Don't this violate all types of? But now we know Democrats and rhinos, fake Republicans. Not only are they allowing it, they want it to happen. But and that goes to like I was talking about when I was at the dealership. The funny thing, I don't know what it is. They really didn't have too many people come in there. I was in there. My appointment was at 10. I think I left. I spent about 2.5 hours, 10, 11, 12. But I left about 12:30. Right? They really didn't have nobody come in. I'm talking about other people to pretend. There was one black woman. She was older. Big old saggy titties. And, you know, she was in there. But no, she was dressed. She didn't know. She with the big mamas, the titties. So she can't hide them. Yeah, she just had she's comfortable t-shirt and sweatpants. Nothing. She didn't look nasty. Just the way you couldn't help notice her. But I think I went to the bathroom. I think she did at one point roll her eyes. But I had took my cable, power charger with me and all that shit. Cause I knew I'm like, nah, I ain't dropping my car off. I just wait, whatever. I know y'all gotta wait. This is, it's a Nissan dealer, brand new cars, all this, But you know how it goes. You got to take it to the deal. You bought it from the buy here, but some things they just don't know, especially as cars, foreign. But anyway, technically, I'll say something tomorrow after everything's done. But anyway, that ain't what I'm talking about. They really didn't have nobody in the waiting room. Nor any other time if I go, a lot of people come in and ask questions. Bums would come there. There's no bums walking in. They could have, they didn't need, but they really didn't need. Oh, because I'm in the service area. That's right, I'm in the service area. If I had been sitting, like, say, because when I bought my Mustang, they did have older couples, people with money, black couples, come in and they're mad, this and that, they're because I'm still talking to the salesman. The first time, well, whatever, yeah. But anyway, so these what, I don't know what their problem is. They just won't give up, and they still sitting there. They sitting a lot of these old folks. As a matter of fact, the diagnosis they told me, also they were like, yo, you need some air filters. And I thought they left one of them inside my car so I could see. And so, but that was good. At first, I was like, I wasn't even upset. I'm like, y'all ain't no. So I'm glad they didn't throw it away because I needed to see. And it's like, no, it was like $30 for both of the air. I bought two of them. And okay, so I knew not to keep driving too long. I mean, I've been, how long I had that car? A year now, year and a half. I've been driving it, and that means they never changed the air filter. Honestly, I know better. See, I did technically I did do good. I started having oil changes. I would go do oil changes every 3 months, and I still do. But I forgot about filters. It's a used car. I don't care if it's unless you buy it from them pre-owned places. Oh, pre-owned inspection. No, you buying, or if you buy a car from somebody off of the newspaper, one ass Craigslist, you supposed to change the order, all that shit, oil, air filter automatically off the rip. It don't matter if it runs good, sound good, just do it anyway. So just do it anyway. You whatever you bought, just do it as fast as you can. You bought it technically you should do it the next day. You bought it Saturday, whatever. You go to AutoZone Sunday and buy all the, it should be about $100 worth of shit, and do it yourself. And I didn't. That's why I was telling you, because I brought it into the store with me, because the one under the hood, the air filter for the engine. As soon as I took it out, and I was like, damn, they wasn't lying, and I brought it there. And he's helpful. It's a black dude. This dude, exactly. It was different than some people professional, really professional. We had a little laugh. He's like, yeah, stuff happens, da da da. So anyway, though, I left my hood open. Right, so when I was at Napa, and I made a video, right? I went across because there's an O'Reilly across the street. That's where I made the video about all this shit, but whatever earlier. So there's he pulls old ass nigga. They still on this big truck shit, you know. All that, they still that it means something. If you like big, that's cool. I'm a car guy. But that's what I'm saying. You're not a car guy. You think you really are compensating. That's why I never liked that. Remember by the 80s? Oh, he must be cut midlife crisis. They drive a Hummer because they compensating. It's like, no. He drive a Hummer because he's a car guy. I've been said that, and y'all gang stalked me because really I didn't understand at the time. Y'all were mad because I logically... Because at first, all of us were supposed to feel ashamed if we ever wanted to buy a fast car. And this was like the 2000s, right? The early. So if you buy a Corvette or something, before the Barbie Ferraris and all that shit, or a Porsche or a Ferrari back then, or if you could somehow, I'm just saying, if you had them, you midlife crisis. But then they changed it because they knew that wasn't working. So they tried something else. Oh, he must be overcompensating. And they had been doing it in the 90s. And I thought about it, because it was supposed to be. It was women and feminists, and really not even women and feminists. It's women and feminists, who had been seduced by the devil, because they want to be on top and da da da. They're hoes. They've been fucked out. It's like, I know. Trust me. Like I said, I didn't had women in front of everybody admit, whatever. That's what I'm saying. Da 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 da. I guess they trying to stick up for themselves, And no, this is like we're younger, so it wasn't like I was a bad guy, but they're, obviously they know why all the women like me. But it's also okay, you still with it, but I wasn't cheating. Well, I don't. But anyway, he's only good for one thing, because they came and told her like she made herself look, bad because she's like this. And then she wasn't the only one. I'm just. But that ain't the point. But even I felt like, but I was like, I knew it. I just knew I didn't want to say anything. Because what it is, everybody say, even the guys. But I didn't have to pray about it or think about it. It's like, nah, this is something. And I knew it. I'm like, this is and it was an attack. I said, wait a minute. You know what? And I thought about it. I said, I can see, because they started saying it in the 80s when I was a kid. That's where, not just porn, softcore porn, Skinamax. The old, 50-year-old guy with a, no, it was movies, and not only that, the chick flicks, that's why an older woman would get a younger dude, because the husband left her for some, as a trollop. They've been married 20-something years. The kids are out of the house. She's 48, he's 50. the kids are in college, and he gets a divorce because he done found some young chick the same age as his daughter. You know, this is that Lifetime movie shit. He's having a man. Yeah, he didn't boy, and in the movie, everybody's laughing at him because he didn't. You know, because technically, you know, they're gonna hire some overweight guy who's balding, and yeah, they try to make it look like it's just some lame dude, not no real nigga like us who might just be tired of this bitch. But that's not even it. That's not even it. Not even tired of, you know, yeah, you want to be a feminist and this and that, you cheated, all types of shit. So yeah, he should get somebody, you know, whatever, period. And it's not revenge. It's if you gonna do something, do it all the way. Why you gonna jump into another with another old ass your same age? This they don't make. That's what women, they're not logical. Women are emotional. Men are logical. Why would I do the same thing? And then the other thing didn't work. You know, well, she don't love me. She just went and like, no, we all know. Nope. We all known in our whole lives. Yeah, you can tell when a female really likes you. Yeah, she likes him, and they're mad. She didn't like them. Know he is buying her stuff, but not because that's not what's keeping her. He's buying her stuff because he knows she loves him. And he's like, well, she goes, why do you think all these so-called young Thundercats getting cheated on and crashing out and killing their girls? And they young, 23 years old, good looking, tall, big dick, and they still end up killing this bitch. Is that because she didn't love him? But the ones they love, like us, yeah, you're mad. You're mad. Y'all hateful. All right, so anyway, so what I was talking about, and really I wasn't even supposed to be talking about it. I'm like, wait a minute. Like I said, maybe I can give y'all a little bit of leeway in the 80s when I was a kid. And first of all, sport cars was by the 80s wasn't new, but you had a new class of 50-year-olds who grew up in the 50s and 60s or whatever, or middle age, and they couldn't afford these cars. But they went to college in 1960 something. And by the 80s, they're like 45 or 48, and they can afford this 1962 Corvette. They couldn't afford it when they was in, they wanted it. And of course, young girls, they like fast. It is not just fast. It's they know it's expensive, even though it's old. They know that. So yeah, they're gonna be attracted to him. And maybe he is a go-getter. He still has whatever. He still has something. So it had nothing to do with the car. They admit it's not. They came up. Liberals came up with all these phrases, midlight. And he went. And I saw that as a kid. See, we all grew up. They don't. You notice they don't say that no more. Midlife crisis. Yeah, they figured because it didn't work. So they had to come up with new shit. So then, the companies came out with more sports cars. And then supercars and big cars, the big old gigantic Hummers and Escalades and Expeditions, all of them. Oh, he's overcompensating. Like, no. And it's like, well, really? I thought about it. I said, okay, now I'm like, nah, that's wrong too. They wasn't overcompensating or midlife crisis. It's like I said, especially for our generation though. I'm like, I've been playing with cars my whole fucking life. That's the first thing I remember. Little toy car. You remember when you're real little, you don't even get Hot Wheels. Because when you're real little, you get them little cheap ass dollar cars that's made out of metal. And yeah, you turn it over, it's just a body. It's empty. It's not even a Hot Wheel. You know Hot Wheels because the older kids, you playing with you might get to play with theirs. You're like 3 years old. Or you get leftover Hot Wheels. But you get them little empty ass, but either way, so you've been playing with cars your whole sports. And so by 2002 or 3, and they had one of my homeboys mock me. And then like, yeah, I don't have no midlife crisis. I just like going fast. I like fast cars. And yeah, it is. And of course, the car, a Porsche, is going to attract the bitch no matter what. You didn't buy it because you're going to get put, but the movies tried to label it as, oh, I bought this Porsche because I can get you. No, obviously it's going to attract. And then they did give it to lame niggas who would show up at the club in Miami. Yeah, in a Ferrari or Lamborghini. Exactly. That's where all that lame ass shit. And that's why they're basically automatics. They're not manual transmissions no more. Like I said, that's why I call them Barbie Ferraris. Some chick pulls up, the paparazzi snapping pictures, and like I said, she drove it because it's an automatic. The paddle shift, F1 pad is basically a fucking automatic. Put it in drive and go. Bullshit. It ain't no damn supercars or super automatic. Yeah, she pulls up. It's a convertible or whatever. It's a Lamborghini or Aventure or whatever the fuck they call that stupid shit. And yeah, and she gets out, with her BBL, fake ass, fake tits, taking pit in a fucking little Chihuahua or something. Yeah, that's what. And I'm like, y'all niggas actually drive them and want and spend your money, but it ain't your money, huh? The communists gave you that money because you're a plant, but it's not working. It didn't work. Car guys, you want a manual. Save the manuals. Give me a 5-speed, 6-speed. And I'm like, wait a minute. This has nothing to do because, like I said, we've been playing with cars before we knew what our dick was. Nah, seriously, you've been playing. Think about it. You had cars since you were 2, 3, 4, probably before that. Before you even knew what your dick was for. Probably before you was potty trained. So how the hell? Oh no, you just trying to know. You didn't. Even a nigga with a big dick. You had a car before you was 2 years. Your dick wasn't big at 2 years old. Most of us who love cars, we love them our whole fucking lives. All of a sudden, I needed to get pussy. My dick is no. We're not. Oh, we're not even thinking about. It's natural. If you're smart, Yeah, the bitch. Yeah, it's expensive. You can see it's expensive. Shiny paint. It says Porsche. Or whatever, even if it's a car she don't even recognize, because they're different, or whatever. There's companies they might not even recognize, but she know that car that costs at least $100,000, and she don't even know the name or can't even, whatever, because she's not a car guy. She might not be dumb. She might even be one of them hot nerds, seriously, in college to be a doctor, good grades, but she still don't know what it is, because she don't give a damn about cars for real. But she's still a female. It's like, okay, well, maybe I'll find some time we'll go out. Whatever. But all these girls, I mean, it's all cool. They come up with the hot chicks who are car guys and fixing stuff, and that's an old thing. That's an old trope, as they say, because it was in the 80s and 90s. It was I grew up a whole bunch of guys. My brothers, or my dad only had girls and he wanted a son, and I was the youngest, and whatever. And he would make me. I would follow him. And so that's how I know how to work on cars. And now she's on YouTube with her Daisy Dukes on, working on cars. She do know yeah, she does. She works and does it. But it's an old thing. But anyway, I got off subject. Oh, really? Because like I said, yeah, they still follow right there. Now I'm like, what are y'all? Just like, dude, trust me, it's gonna get to a point where I'm gonna be able to do something to y'all. So because he pulls up in the big, and he does. Once I got the Napa, about hour or two later, he backs in and all this shit, whatever. So them, but he's an old dude, and he gets out, pops his hood, but he got like a new truck. It is, or even if he just bought it, it's a what's it called? Not a used, it's like certified or whatever, because it looked like a 2018 at the latest. I mean, at the oldest. Might be totally new, but so why is he popping the hood? Why are you pulling up the Napa? I know guys might like, yeah, I just want to do them. Why? Like I said, I'm a car guy, but if I bought a brand new truck or whatever, or even certified pre-owned, I'm taking it back to, yeah, especially older men. Older men. Definitely take it back to the fucking dealer, nigga. Ain't no, I like doing it. No, because it's free. It's free. It's still under warranty. Yeah, you go pull up. And the whole time I was there, he didn't get under the hood. He just had it open and disappeared or went somewhere. Yeah, so he's being funny. But to what I was talking about earlier, this is the one I was talking about while I was at the dealer.
This episode is brought to you by Ground News. Hi, welcome to another episode of Cold Fusion. Google is everywhere. The company is just a part of daily life. When you want a quick answer to something, you just use Google without a second thought.
And like I said, I done said it, back here. And when I'm sitting out front, I said it. I said break up. Though I said it. I was like, why are y'all the Republicans? This should be no problem. Well, we don't have the majority. This Democrats, but I'm like that. This is illegal what they're doing. It's a monopoly. Even you should be able to not circumvent like cheat, but it's groundwork. I mean, there's been precedents that a company there's no competition. That's illegal, and it's not good for the consumer because there's no competition. So why would you be? And they try to say Google is innovative. No, they're not. Why would you be innovative if we ain't got no choice but to use you? But to go to you. So you're gonna start giving you bullshit. You're gonna start giving everybody bullshit and still make billions. Cause what else are you gonna do? Like I said, what did I tell y'all? What do you do if you go to a store and they're acting shitty or you don't like the selection? You go to another store. But Google, you got to go to them. That's a monopoly. That's illegal. All of that, and they've been doing it. They broke up Standard Oil. They broke up AT&T in my lifetime when I was a kid in 19. I remember that on the news, and I remember they was talking about it because it had to do with the phone bill and internet. Because now, this and that. There was now you got when you make a long distance. You got to remember, y'all youngsters don't understand. When I was a kid, long distance cost more money. All that shit. You got two different charges. Who made the long? Yeah, exactly. Who called up? Or you might get kids. That was some thing. Some little kids got. I never did it. They would get in trouble because they would play with the phone, pick it up, and just start pushing buttons. Because that's why you would buy your kid them little fake telephones that look like a real. Look up 70s toys and 80s. Because there's people that got. And sometimes the person that answer, they knew what it was because it happened a lot. They not just because their number, it's just everybody they knew. Cause you put your mama on the phone, yeah, mama. I just wanted to let you know because they dialed their number and they then you ask the person, where are you? Oh, we're in New York. Oh goodness, we're in Kansas City. Yeah, that's long distance. They got to pay for that call. But obviously they don't kill the kid, but don't play with the phone. I never did it, but I'm just saying, that was a thing. So it was a big discussion in the household when they broke up AT&T because it was a good thing. Smart black folks, smart people, period, knew. Oh, okay, but now you're gonna have a different phone bill. It's not just gonna be. It's gonna be this and that. So we was in New York, whatever it was up there, but down south, was my bill or whatever it was, Southern Bell, Southern Bell, and this was the 82. I remember that. That's why I kept talking. I'm like, no, they could break that shit up. Why aren't they doing it? But you had to get all these globalist communists.
Without a second thought. But what if there was a world where it wasn't just Google in that position, but a whole host of other players? That vision is what the Department of Justice in the US wants to see.
You see, the way this dude is framing it like it's something new. What if there was a world? No, like I said, it's not what if there was a world. Like this has to do with just technology. It has to do with any business where you try to cut out your, and it's not just that you're actively cutting out any competitor. Somebody says, say you, whatever you do, I don't know, you bake cakes. You start threatening anybody who try to make up a bakery anywhere in your vicinity. Like a drug dealer. Yeah, that's what it is. Like, this is my territory. Something like Google or Standard Oil, if y'all just look it up yourself, it's like, the whole country is our territory. Or Google, the whole world, can't nobody fuck with us. Shit, nigga, what you gonna do about it? You ain't gonna do shit, motherfucker. Yeah, they looking you in your eye. What Well, it's not fair. What'd you say? I said, I'm not gonna. I said, I'm just gonna do something else with my. Is that, you know what I'm saying? You get punked out. That's what Google thought they could do. That's what a lot of companies thought they could do. It is over 100 years. That's why what's taking so long.
Now, Google has suffered a major legal blow after a US judge ruled it had acted illegally to maintain a monopoly and stifle competition while generating huge profits. The US Attorney General described the ruling as, quote,
yeah, like Google think they the mob. You know, we the mob, nigga. We the mob around this bitch, nigga. You ain't doing shit around.
Historic win for the American people. In August of 2024, in an event called the biggest antitrust ruling of the century, the DOJ has called Google a monopoly in the online search market. But since that ruling, things have progressed. Now the DOJ are looking at ways to break up Google. On September 6, 2024, a hearing was held to determine the plan forward. But in yet further escalation, the DOJ is launching another antitrust case against Google in the coming days. But in all of this, there are still some questions here. Is this the beginning of the end for Google's era of online dominance?
What question? There should be no online dominance. There's no dominance anything. Now, if you're dominant, like say there are like 10 other companies and you're still dominant, that's how it's supposed to be. And you're legitimate. That's what I'm talking about. Only nerds want to cheat. And the same analogy in our lifetime, what I always use, Michael Jordan was dominant. And there was still other superstar players. Yeah, Charles Barkley. I know they played different positions and different, but he didn't have to cut people out. I mean, yeah, back then we all knew Jordan cheated or something, you know, or not cheated, but he carried the ball and double cheat, and then look at the referee like what? And the referee turned the other way. I don't know what you talking. I can't see. I don't know. I'm blind, but. But still, he still, what I'm saying, he still was Jordan, but anyway.
Do the government's actions actually help the average internet user? Or is there a bit more to the story? Might the Department of Justice be a bit heavy-handed on Google? We'll have a fair look at both sides. Also stay tuned for the story of the Monopoly Man. All of that and more, coming right up.
You are watching Telefusion TV.
So it's well known that Google dominates online search. They make up about 90% of the search market, which has served them well. Google makes over $175 billion yearly from search. That's more than the GDP of countries like Kuwait, Morocco, Slovakia, and Oman. But recently, this dominance has come into question. In the landmark 286-page ruling of Google versus the United States, the DOJ thinks that Google has gotten to this position due to unfair practices. In other words, the violation of antitrust laws. So it's probably good to have some definitions before we go further. According to the DOJ, antitrust behavior is, quote, anti-competitive conduct that deprives American consumers, taxpayers, and workers of the benefits of competition, end quote. And part of this is a monopoly. Monopoly status isn't legally defined, and it depends where you look. But at 50 to 60% market share, you're teetering on the edge, and such a company may endure scrutiny. At 70 to 75%, you're most definitely a monopoly. But the thing is, the triggering of antitrust action also depends on the company's behavior. But 90% market share is definitely going to attract regulators in any functioning government.
I mean, to answer that question, I don't see why these Democrats had got to be Democrats. Shouldn't they have proof as to, and especially in this day and age, one, the government, whatever, should have proof that you've been doing other things than just selling a good ass a product. People just, your shit is like crack. Google is like crack. I got to have people joking about it. This shit is like crack. Everybody, they know they're just joking. I just got to have, like ice cream or something. Ben and Jerry's. Exactly. I just got to have it. So there's no proof. There's no anything. They done undercover all that shit. Still, nope. People just got to have it. Why is it a question? I'm talking about even legally, scholarly. SCOTUS, the highest court in the world. Why is it such a big question? There should be enough. So that's what I'm saying. People, this is a fluff piece. They're trying to sully everything and make it sound like Google isn't a monopoly. That's what they're doing. But the good thing, they have to tell the truth. That they are on their ass. And I don't think it's the Democrats. The DOJ is Democrats right now, well, supposedly. But I think all of this, I think what it is, like I said, we had to just, whatever. You could take it like me. I could take the little deleting and all of the shit they do every day, all day to me. But I think there was way more important stuff they had to do before they can get to this. But this like I said, that means, and honestly, I can see, well, how did they do it on schedule? You never been in the military. That's why I keep telling. That's why I said you were going to lose. If I give you a deadline, y'all gonna come up with excuses. Y'all done it before. Well, this happened, and it's not my fault. We don't take, no, there's no, everybody on our side, no, there's no excuses. What about if you're a single mom? Well, then you need to let somebody else get that position. Not need to, yeah. Just accept your loss. You lost the job, and somebody else got, because there's no, oh well, but I'm a single mom. No. It's not a diss or negative. Though, yeah, they still try. They really thinking this negative energy stuff is gonna save them. Y'all are gonna be negative 6 feet. That's all. I'm gonna leave it at that. No threats. And like I said, probably gonna be self-inflicted, because y'all not gonna be able to stand seeing all of us do good. Y'all not gonna be. I hate it for you, especially if you're 20 or 30 years old. You've been raised to think you're a victim and da 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 da. So y'all are probably gonna hurt yourselves by the beginning of next year, because you can't stand it. Your little raggedy, because by then your Dodge Chargers are gonna be raggedy, your HRTs, your Hemis, all that shit gonna be raggedy as fuck. And I'm not hating, I'm just telling you, it take upkeep. And y'all gonna be mad, because the rest of us, you move on, or you put it up and save it. Oh, I saved this because it's gonna be worth something. It's not gonna be worth something anytime soon. But shit, if you save it, or you got a son, if you put it up for real, it'll be something in 10 years or 15 years. I just put it up. But y'all ain't thinking about houses and this and that and da da da, where you can store shit. But I'm gonna finish the rest. I'll be right back. Alright, so back to this.
I read through some of the case document, and there's a lot. But there's two main things I want to cover. Google charging higher prices because there's no competition.